Deep in the heart of northern Michigan lies a town. A town that is full
of reading.
And in this town there exists a school. A school full of children!
Children who love to read. And the teachers who teach them.
Who are these teachers who have answered the call? Who have donned their masks to take reading to the next level? Who inspire future readers everywhere to take up books and explore new ideas?
Who are these readers behind the masks?
Who will be crowned the next champion reader? And how does our story end? It's up to you, Ramblers, as we launch into the next season of The Masked Reader! Welcome back, Ramblers, to tonight's episode of The Masked Reader, as you decide who is behind the mask. To help you tonight, we've been given several clues by the staff member who is reading us a story. She tells us that she once played keyboards and guitar in a Christian rock band. She tells us that she lived in Florida for a year, but has spent the rest of her life in northern Michigan. And she reminds us that she has 2 children and 1 dog. Who's behind the mask, McBain? Let's hear the story and see if we can decide.
Hello, everyone. I would like to read this book to you, The Not So Perfect Penguin. On a snowy, blowy island in the middle of the sea lived a group of perfect penguins. They were smart and serious and sensible, all except for Percy, who was, well, not so perfect. The other penguins ate their dinner sensibly, but Percy always played with his food. "Eat nicely, Percy," the biggest penguin said. While the other penguins waddled along seriously, Percy slid on his tummy. "Be careful, Percy," the oldest penguin grumbled. The other penguins swam smoothly through the water, catching lots of fish. But Percy liked to jump and play, doing somersaults and landing with a big splash. "Look out, Percy," the smallest penguin said. "You silly penguin." When it was really cold, all the penguins huddled together. Percy felt warm and safe in the middle of the group, but then, oh dear, he needed to. "Oh, Percy," the penguin said, "you smelly penguin." they went and stood away from Percy. I guess I don't blame him. Percy waddled away sadly. My friends think I'm silly and smelly. I'll never be perfect like them. The snow fell harder and the wind blew stronger. It's cold on my own, said Percy, shivering. Percy made himself a new friend from snow and ice, but the snow penguin wasn't very warm to cuddle with. Without Percy, the penguins ate their dinner sensibly. It's so quiet, the oldest penguin said. They swam seriously without splashing. It's rather dull, the big penguin said. They waddled along in a straight line. It's a bit boring, the fluffiest penguin said. I wish Percy were here, the smallest penguin said. What will happen to Percy, the oldest penguin said. He's all alone in the freezing cold. The penguins began to worry. So they waddled off through the swirling snow to look for Percy. Percy, where are you? In the icy cave they found 2 snow penguins. One had lost its beak, but the other one looked familiar. It was Percy! All the penguins gathered around and cuddled him. Slowly, slowly, the snow began to melt. Drip, drip, drip. When Percy's flippers were free of snow, he stretched out and then tickle, tickle, tickle. The penguins all fell down laughing. Oh, Percy, the smallest penguin giggled. It's good to have you back. Surrounded by happy penguins, Percy felt that maybe he didn't need to be perfect after all. His friends loved him just as he was.
Thank you, reader, for that amazing story. Audience, do you think you know who is behind the mask? Let's remember those clues one more time. This reader played keyboards and guitar in a Christian band. She lived in Florida for a year, but has spent the rest of her life right here in northern Michigan. She has 2 children and 1 dog. Who is behind the mask, McBain? It is up to you. Stay tuned as we continue reading month and try to decide who is behind the mask. Welcome back, Ramblers, to tonight's episode of The Masked Reader. And tonight we are being